Welcome to My Life on Paper. I am Brianna, and thank you so much for joining me. I am playing along with the Crafty Low and No Spend Facebook group, and this is Collection Obsession. The other thing I want to talk about is I got my pictures developed by Amazon. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. Some are very good. Some are looking a little bit washed out. So I have pictures of myself and my husband when we left for Florida. We drove down, we took our electric bikes and we drove down in February. There's two reasons for this. It's to document that we took our bikes, and then it is also so that we can remember once we hook them up how they're supposed to look, so that if we forget, which we will remember next, or we will know how to put them back on there. Very helpful. I was so excited to find these pictures. So I have my collection here, So Happy Together. It is Echo Park. It is from 2012. And I've made two layouts with this already. And I've already picked out some of the papers that I want to use. But looking at these, it had Let's Go Someplace. And I know we don't have a station wagon with the pop-up camper behind, but we are, bringing our bikes along. And since I don't have a pop-up camper, nor will I ever have a pop-up camper, I'm using this. That's going to work good. So, I was super excited. And it goes along with the colors. So, we've got a red bike. We've got Daryl's red sweatshirt. We've got this red paper here. It's all going to be great. So, let's get scrapping. These background sheets have been on my table here because I like the way they went with this collection. So I grabbed them out, and because of it, the very color that I was so excited about using, that red there, I don't use because it looks kind of funny if you ask me, right on top of the pink there. Although the collection brings them together. It's, it would be okay, but I look at the back of it and I say, ooh, this is great. So I use the back of it for a little bit of color. And then I want to find the other piece on the sketch, which I didn't mention, by the way, is a Lisa Sikorsky Scrap-A-Sketch. Link is below. I love that Facebook group and the sketches by Lisa. Use them all the time. So I take out this darker color from the collection. I thought about using a lighter shade of like teal or aqua, and it just kind of went with the green of the gas station, I'm not gonna lie. And the darker color helps ground everything as well. So I was gonna trim it down like it is in this sketch, and I was gonna use it exactly where it was in the sketch, but when I saw that it had those white lines, it looks like a paint chip, right? So the middle strip was exactly the same strip as the middle one. So I placed it there and I moved everything around because of it. I was going to use this paper and just take a chunk off the corner, and I thought, you have a bunch of scraps. Go find some scraps that'll work. So I went outside the collection and found a couple blues. Do you guys do this too? Find a couple from your stash and then decide which color is going to go best. All three of those match. All three of those colors are in that patterned paper. This one's a little glistening, and I like the way it matched with the one underneath. So pointing to that, I wanted those little, I don't know, they almost look like stitching strips up on the triangles. So I grabbed washi, and I end up using a triangle washi, not triangle washi, arrows. But I'll talk about that in a minute. This sticker I'm cutting out is exactly the same thing that is on the sketch, so that works perfectly, and it's a little journaling spot. And then the next thing I think I cut out is the title, but I'm not. Oh, there's another circle, and it's got words on there, and I'm covering that. I'm going to cover that up. I think that round sticker says something like, let's stay right here, which was not our intent at all. So that's why it gets covered up, but it works really good. So then I do get the title cut out. So there's the title. I pull out some other things. I find these, I think they say scrapbook, but I think they're more like planner stickers, and those hexagons work perfectly. So I get the middle piece glued down so that I can work around that. And then I do decide if I should go with the stripes, but again, I liked it, almost grounded the pictures in that. There was a little bit too much going on with those stripes. I got close, right? But I preferred the dark aqua green teal color there. Then I get my pictures kind of laid out, and it's funny because I think there's adhesive on the left one. There's no adhesive on the left one. But man, I really get that exactly where I want it, and then I go, oh crap, there's no adhesive on the left one. Oh boy. So then I get them down and get those exactly where I want them. And I go off the sketch again because I put the middle strip up higher. So then my arrow, which I make a little bit bigger anyway, should have been wider. Whatever. It's all good. It's a little bit different placement and it's kind of touching the strip, but if you didn't see the sketch, you wouldn't know, and that's the jumping off place, right? So the sketch did what it was supposed to. It gave me a place to start and inspiration. So this washi is arrows, and so I'm trying to be careful, and I'm using like 2 arrows, and I probably only should have used 1, but I liked it, so I made it bigger, and then it looked goofy. So I'll get 2 down, and then for the next one, I decide to do just 1. And then once those are down, I don't like the touching ones in the middle. So I kind of trim them so that they come to a point, both behind the arrow and in front of the arrow. And I like the way that looks, and it makes them shorter so that, I don't know, it just looks better. And then I get the title down, being very careful not to place it on top of Daryl's face, even though it goes, I do believe it goes a little bit over his face, but not much at all. And then I use those hexagons. Oh, get the journaling label down. And oh, I pulled out these. They're close to my heart. I got them secondhand. They're badge buttons and they're canvas. And it's kind of like a flare. So I put that, and they're adhesive. So I put that on top of the words where I didn't want the word showing. And then I get the hexagons down. Part of this collection actually has a pattern paper of hexagons. I didn't use it on this sheet, but I'll have to throw these stickers in with that collection, use the rest of them. And so I just kind of randomly put those down instead of the hearts. Well, I used more than what they have in the sketch, but that's okay. Again, inspiration. Then I'll get that other canvas button up there. And then I go into my stash and I find Ellie's Studio. They're like puffy stickers. There's some kind of chipboard stickers, and I'm sorry you can't see them, but I've kind of this collection of different shapes, like dots, hearts, stars, and then I'll find these that match the colors and get a lighter one on top and a darker one on the bottom, and then that's it. So thank you for joining me. Check out everybody that's playing along below, and I'll see you again soon for another video.